Welcome everybody. I don't need any introduction, so thank you for the non-introduction. But let me tell you that you don't know who I am, and in fact I do need introduction. Right now, I'm feeling like the most accomplished undercover agent. So if you think you're looking at me, you're wrong. It's an undercover agent, a double cover exercise, undercover. The CIA would have been most impressed with this operation. I'll let you into a few of the minor secrets of the logistics in a moment. But I think that right up front, I really need to ask Sylvia for Mechila. Because I have lived as an undercover agent for about 6 weeks now, and it has not been easy. Particularly the last week, when we were together in the Game Reserve, and believe you me, there were many instances when things slipped. But I'll get to that in a moment as well. I think firstly, I just want to welcome everybody here on behalf of our girls, of our family, the sons-in-law, Michelle who's not here, who's missing, Marion and Titu in Belgium who are obviously missing, Julian and Munyak in Israel who are obviously missing, and I don't even know whether they know about it. Certainly Michelle knows about it. I don't think that Marion and Lillian know about it. Who does? Marion. So Lillian doesn't know, but nevertheless, we're missing her. And also, before I get into any further detail, to thank the children for putting this all together. I think it's been a remarkable effort, and I think for all of you who know Sylvia, you'll realize that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We had to keep it a secret because for one very simple reason. Sylvia kept saying she doesn't know what to do for her 60th. What should she do for her 60th? She doesn't feel comfortable about having a party. She doesn't know what to do. And I kept the straight face. She doesn't know what to do. Anyway, when the girl said that, what are we going to do? And I said, well, Mommy doesn't want to do anything. And they said, no go. I didn't actually have an opinion. I didn't want to say that tonight. They said we're making Mommy a party and she cannot know about it. It has to be a secret. And it's very simple because it has to be a secret. Because for those of you who know Sylvia, if it weren't a secret, there's no way that there'd be a party tonight. So it had to be a secret. But let me just go back for a moment to tell you about some of the undercover operation. A new WhatsApp group was set. We have a WhatsApp group called CapFam that we communicate through. All the close members of the family are members of CapFam. But for tonight's event, there was a special WhatsApp set up called Mommy's 60th. If you want to see it, I can now disclose it. Mommy's 60th. There you go. And the last WhatsApp is leaving now. That was at 2012. So this was a very active WhatsApp site. Even Michelle was in the loop. Area Shabbos, Michelle said, you have to tell Mommy. And the group said, no, we can't. We have to keep it a secret. Because how will we get her here? So that was just as an aside, as part of the undercover operation. And as for the questions, and as for trying to get the finer detail organized, it was quite an effort. And I arrived here, for those of you who know me, I was quite pale, sweating. But thanks to Rosalind, she really obeyed its instructions, because the last piece in the puzzle was that we were going out together with the Naranskis for dinner tonight. In fact, it started off as coffee, and then I said, no, we have to, I sent a message to the WhatsApp, please tell Rose to invite Mommy for dinner, because coffee would have been too late, and she sent me out to buy 3 3 dozen eggs I had to buy Erev Shabbos, because tonight she's supposed to be making cookies for the party on Monday. So I just played along, 3 dozen, and as before we left tonight, she said, I really should be cooking tonight, I should be baking tonight. Anyway, so going back to my point, I really do have to ask Mechila, because in the month of Elul, at a time when all of us know that the judgment process is almost beginning, and we have to really be on our extra special guard about what we do, what we say, how we behave in preparation for the Yamim Noraim. I had to go through this undercover process, which really wasn't simple, and I really have to ask for Mechila, so thanks all for granting me the Mechila. The reason for tonight being a surprise, and I touched on it a moment ago, that it had to be a surprise, because those of you, and that's everybody in the room who knows Sylvia, knows that if one had to sum Sylvia up, it's in one word: she's a giver. She's not a taker. And for a giver to take a party is a contradiction in terms. So it has to be a surprise by definition. And I think everybody here will attest to the fact that Sylvia is a giver, and everybody here will in some way have benefited from her giving in one form or another. Sylvia's actual birthday is in about 2 weeks' time, 27th of Elul on the Hebrew date. The English date is actually on Rosh Hashanah, so you can work out the logistics. It would have been a bit difficult to have had a surprise party on Rosh Hashanah itself, that somehow wouldn't have worked. But there is a connection, and that is that today's Parsha of Kiteitzei was our wedding anniversary. Our wedding anniversary was while we were in the bush on the 6th of Elul. So there's certainly reason to celebrate, but that's not why we're all here to celebrate our anniversary. But because it's the anniversary so close to Sylvia's birthday, I'd like to just share something with you that I said about her at my wedding, at our wedding. I'm looking around the room, and there are not too many people that were here at our wedding. In fact, if I had a boss by show of hands, there might be 2 or 3 hands that go up. At our wedding, one of the things that I said at the wedding, and my brother I'm sure will remember, Shoshana will remember, is that I quoted from davening, the morning davening, immediately after Shema, when one says Hashem Elokechem Emet, one carries on and says V'yatziv v'nachon v'kayav v'yashar, and I felt that those 16 adjectives at that point in time, for me, summed up my bride at that moment. Wow. And when I reflect back after 37 years, in a way it was prophetic, because I really do believe that those are the words that actually describe Sylvia, her nature, her characteristics, her personality, and everything about her. And I'll say the 16 adjectives all out, because I think each one is absolute and perfect in its entirety and on its own. Emet, true; Yatziv, certain; Nachon, established; Kayam, enduring; Yashar, fair; Ne'eman, faithful; Vahu, beloved; V'chaviv, cherished; V'nechmad, delightful; V'naim, pleasant; V'nara, awesome; V'adir, powerful; Metukan, correct; Mukubal, accepted; V'tov, good; V'yafeh, and beautiful. And I think that, again, everybody in the room knows Sylvia. That is, MS is her life motive. Because if it's not MS, if it's not right, if it's not correct, if it's not straight, she doesn't believe in it. She believes that things have to be said and done correctly, one has to behave correctly, and ultimately, there's only one person that one has to give din v'cheshbon to, and that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I think it's at this time of Elul that we all understand and appreciate that theme really engulfs her whole life. So with those few words, like to wish her a mazel tov, an early mazel tov, a premature mazel tov, and drink a l'chaim to everybody, to Sylvia. Join me in drinking a l'chaim, that you should enjoy yourselves. And thanks for sharing in the celebration, and also for keeping it a surprise. And as a postscript, if I could just say, again indicative of Sylvia, or in keeping with her wishes, I suggested, and I asked the girls when they invited everybody to please suggest to people that Sylvia not be given a gift, but that in lieu of a gift, money be given to tzedakah of your choice. Because I just felt that that is Sylvia. Sylvia's the giver, Sylvia's not the taker. So for those of you that are obliged, thank you very much. And now I think Panina is going to say something.